Today, let's talk about how to remove body acidity. Excess acidity in the body, also known as acidosis, is a medical condition where your body produces more biological acid than it needs to function properly. This can cause serious health problems from damaged tooth enamel to ulcers and a suppressed immune system. So, how is acidity removed from the body? Excess acidity in the body can be removed by maintaining a well-balanced diet, exercising to purge toxins through sweat, and staying properly hydrated. A person's acidity levels can be easily tested at home using pH strips through human saliva or urine to determine acidity levels. While the solution to excess acidity sounds simple, the condition shouldn't be taken lightly. Chronic cases of acidosis can wreak havoc on the body's homeostasis. I am going to share with you some very effective way to remove body acidity. 1. Eat a well-balanced diet. Removing or balancing the level of acidity in your body isn't complicated, and mostly involves just taking care of yourself, making sure you get adequate nutrition and stay in shape. Excess acidity in the body is often a result of causes such as poor dietary choices, excess body weight, too many carbonated drinks, and dehydration. Water intake can even help ward off the symptoms of acid reflux disease. The best thing about the methods I am about to tell you is that they don't just help you remove acidity from your body, they also promote pervasive lifestyle changes that will help you lead a longer and healthier life overall by encouraging good habits. In general, you should incorporating a big amount of fresh vegetables into your diet, especially those of the dark leafy green variety. Most vegetables are not acidic. However, there are a few of them, such as sauerkraut, cabbage, and beets, you might want to avoid. Because their pH level is low, which means they are acidic. Eating certain kinds of fruit can also help to eliminate acid from the body, but you shouldn't choose fruits by taste. Whether a fruit has an acidic or alkaline effect on the body has little to do with that food's pH before it is digested. Instead, it depends on whether acidic or alkaline products are created once it is digested and processed by your body. That's why citrus such as lemons and limes actually have a strong alkaline effect to the body. Other than vegetables and fruits, you are also recommended to eliminate meat and processed food in your diet. All meats are acidic, but highly processed and cured meats are the worst culprits. This includes items such as salami, pastrami, ham, turkey, etc. Eating beef especially increases the production of both acid and bile because its high fat content is difficult to digest. Along with reducing or removing the consumption of meat from your diet, you can substitute stomach-friendly protein options such as chickpeas and lentils. What else? The biggest issue with processed foods isn't even the chemicals they introduce into the body. Processed foods, such as chips and cold cuts, encourage an excess intake of sugar, sodium, and fat, which are all foods that increase levels of acid in the body. 2. Start sweating to reduce acidity in the body. Keep in mind that no one is telling you that you need to spend hours in the day in order to reduce excess acidity in the body. However, you will need to spend a minimum of 15 minutes at least 3 to 4 times a week working out in order to maintain a healthy balance in your body. This is because exercise helps purge the body of toxins through sweat, which acts in this case as a part of the excretory system. Sweat is naturally acidic, so the more you sweat, the more acid you are leaching from your system. This means that you don't have to work out often or long, but you do have to work out hard enough to actually break a sweat. I am referring to high-intensity workouts, not gently plodding along on a treadmill. You can perform a vigorous workout that can get you sweating in less than 10 minutes, so time is no excuse to fitting it in. According to the research done at Washington University in St. Louis, exercise can not only lower your body's overall acidity, but it can also help keep your acid base level. This research concludes that the body has developed finely tuned chemical processes based on buffering and acid-base equilibria that work in combination to handle the pH changes that exercise produces. Another good way to sweat is to use a sauna. It is a good way to get drenched in sweat without vigorous exercise, and the more you sweat, the more acid you remove from the body. However, those who use saunas should be careful not to use them excessively, or they can lead to dehydration and other health issues. Speaking of dehydration. 3. Stay hydrated to remove acidity from the body. Few people pay attention to exactly how important water is to our diet. After all, our bodies are 70% water. People are prone to either not taking in enough water and becoming dehydrated, or skipping water to drink other substances such as caffeinated drinks and sodas. These kind of drinks actually act as a diuretic and serve to dehydrate the body further. Not only do these drinks have a diuretic effect, but they also prevent people from drinking pH-neutral or alkaline water, which is what is really needed to remove acid from the body. Diuretic caffeinated drinks will not increase hydration, and they will stimulate the body to produce more of its own acid, while water serves instead to dilute it. Water can be dressed with fruit slices in order to improve its flavor, but avoid carbonated waters, as these are acidic in nature. One way to prevent chronic health problems as a result of acidity in the body is to keep an eye on your body's pH levels at home and treat excess acidity before it becomes a medical issue. This can be accomplished by using test pH strips to test the acidity of either saliva or urine. The only thing that is needed for this test is a box of pH test strips, which can be found easily online. To test the body's acidity, simply gather a sample of either saliva or urine and wet the litmus strip with it. You can then read on the litmus strip the levels of acidity present. It's important to keep in mind that your urine will always present as somewhat acidic, while your saliva should present as neutral or slightly alkaline. If there is any deviation from this, you might be dealing with an imbalance in your system. Here are some things to keep in mind when testing your urine or saliva for pH. 1. When testing saliva, it is important not to eat or drink for 2 hours before testing pH, and then rinsing the mouth with spit once before collecting fresh saliva to test. This is to ensure that you have a sample that has not been adulterated by the contents of your mouth. 2. When testing urine, be sure to test the second urination of the day rather than the first urination of the day in order to get the best sense of your baseline acidity. This is because the first urination of the day flushes your system from sleep and will be naturally more acidic than your other urination of the day. The pH of healthy urine should run around 6.0. 3. Testing your bodily fluids for pH should be done over a period of several days or weeks to get a much better idea of your body's overall health trends rather than a snapshot view. You could incorporate pH charts as a daily or weekly supplement to a food diary to get a comprehensive view of exactly how your body reacts to different kinds of food, drink, and exercise. While too much acidity in the body can present in a variety of symptoms, many people tend to ignore the importance of it. This can lead to chronic health problems such as gastric reflux disease or inflammation issues later down the road. Luckily, these problems can be easily staved off by a healthy lifestyle. Eating a nutritious diet, staying hydrated, and working out are vital for maintaining homeostasis in the body and your good health. That's all for today. Hope you got good insights about body acidity now. Please do share in the comment below you're experiencing maintaining body alkaline and acidity level. You can also check my blog detoxisgood.com for more related topics. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would like to get notified when a new video is on. See you next time.